Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about my top 10 favorite Miss Universe friends of the decade, which means these are the ladies that wore the sash of France in Miss Universe pageant from 2010 to 2019. So we will be ranking them based on my own personal preference, and I know you have your own list of favorites. I would love to see your list later on in the comment section below. And also, before we proceed, let me just say that I have already uploaded versions of this for other countries, and if you haven't seen them, they're already available on my channel, so you can just go ahead and check them out. And if you think the countries that you're looking forward to see are not yet uploaded, please don't forget to suggest them in the comment section and I will do my best to upload them. However, I already have a lot of countries pending, and I'm planning to make as much as possible. Well, anyway, let's begin for France, starting with my number 10, 2018, Ava Colas. I am not really hyped with Ava. Her swimsuit preliminary is okay, but there's not much spark in it. And the evening gown choice for prelim was a disaster. I mean, I don't even understand how they chose that gown. It was terrible. Horrible. I mean, I don't really like it. And that gown choice just sealed her fate for non-qualification. My number 9, 2013, Hinarani de Longeaux. Hinarani was such a huge disappointment during the preliminaries, knowing that many of us are actually rooting for her to do very well. Her swimsuit preliminary walk was very weird, and she seems very wobbly with her pose, and I also do not like the styling and gown choice. I feel bad because she is a super beauty, but she lacked the high level of performance. My number 8 is 2010, Malika Menard, who finished in the top 15. Malika is one of my personal favorites. Super stunning face, but my only concern is it seems like she doesn't understand her full potentials in the pageant. Her face is beautiful, but the facial expression are weird at times, plus her walk is super fast and so weird to watch. I am glad she placed, but with that walk, with that speed, I mean, there's no way she's going far with that performance. My number 7 is 2017, Alicia Aylies. Many of us are quite shocked when she did not even qualify because she was one of the European favorites. She looked beautiful, and her close-up reminds us of that doll face beauty. Her performances in both rounds of preliminaries were also solid, and I really feel bad that she did not make it. My number 6 is 2014, Camille Cerf, who finished in the top 15. What I observed with the French representatives is that they are usually giving us that confident vibe, but still bordering some shyness, and that's good at times. But what makes Camille different is that she is by far the most confident candidate from France in the last decade. I mean, during the swimsuit preliminaries, she was good, and you can really notice that she knows that she can do well, and she's very confident when it comes to carrying herself and performing. Her evening gown choice doesn't suit her personality though. I wish she chose a different one, because if you remember, she wore a more conservative type of gown, but she is a more, I mean, she wore a conservative type of gown, but she is a very confident woman. So I wish she wore something different that reflects her personality. So that's something that I mean, it didn't really parallel with each other, which is why to me it didn't work. But when she was called in the top 15, that wasn't a surprise for many of us because she deserved it. My number 5 is 2011, LAURY THILLEMAN, who finished in the top 10. Love LAURY. Beautiful face, beautiful smile, and I loved her hair during the swimsuit preliminary, and she's got a great figure too. Her vibrant aura just brightens during that round. I also like her Grecian goddess-like gown during the preliminaries and using the same gown in the finals, which is a good decision. But sadly, there was Ukraine, who wore the same vibe, the same Grecian goddess feels, and unfortunately, Ukraine did way better. And for someone like me, who believes in cancellation in the pageant, cancellation in the sense that if there are two women who are showcasing the same personality, there's a tendency that they will be canceling each other out until only one remains. So we have seen that many times, and I believe that cancellation exists. I believe that's one factor as well why she did not advance in the top 5. Plus also the fact that the top 5 were way stronger. My number 4 is 2012 Marie Payet, who finished in the top 10. One of the prettiest representative of France, and loved her piercing and striking stare. She was an obvious qualifier. Her performances during the preliminaries are very good. Her swimsuit performance in the finale was one of the best that we've seen from someone wearing the sash of France. The way she played with the sarong was shockingly good. Her evening gown remains the same when it comes to the preliminary going in to the finals, but she's still stunning more than ever. My number 3 is 2015 Flora Coquerel, who finished in the top 5. It was so weird in 2015 when days before the pageant, I actually posted on my fan page that France only made it in the top 5 once, and that was in 1953. And once we started the 2015 pageant, surprisingly, that top 5 placement in 1953 was broken by Flora Coquerel, who reached in the top 5 for the second time for France after more than 5 decades. I mean, love her skin complexion. She's also very likable, she's very smart, and her story about the terrorist attack in France brings a story of hope and inspiration for many of us, which I think is a big reason why she qualified, because she is not only a great speaker, but that story is very inspiring. And knowing how IMG is trying to turn the pageant into this kind of path, I mean, that usually works. And also, she was great during the swimsuit, but her gown seems to be very simple for me. And to be honest, even though she looked beautiful, I'm not really a huge fan of the gown. She carried it well. She carried it well, performance-wise, but not really a huge fan of the gown, to the point that I actually hesitated that she might not make it to the top 5. But when she did, I am still happy for her because I know she deserves to be there. My number 2 is 2019 MAEVA Coucke, who finished in the top 10. When MAEVA was announced as the representative of France, she immediately became a strong favorite. And what even excites even more is her change of hairstyle, which suits her perfectly. During the swimsuit preliminary, she started super strong, filled with fierceness, and then the slip happened. And that made us love her even more. Her reaction was cute, and at the same time, it's priceless. I mean, she completely redeemed herself during the evening gown round, and her gown was one of my favorites ever. I love the softness and elegance that it brings. I am just so happy that she went as far as top 10, because even us believe she will go far. And again, some of us may have doubted her for going far because of that slip, but for someone like us who really followed and supported MAEVA, many of us didn't mind the slip at all. Because again, slip doesn't really affect that much unless of course you are just a so-so contender. But if you are a strong contender, regardless of the slip, it still depends on how you carry yourself, and most of the time you will place. We have Indonesia this year who also slipped and went all the way to the top 10 as well. So again, it's just a matter of your quality as a contender. And my favorite Miss France of the decade is 2016 Iris Mittenaere from France, of course. She was the winner of Miss Universe 2016, and you know what's interesting, because France, Iris Mittenaere was not even in my pre-arrival favorites. And even during the competition, I did not see her at all as a potential winner. But during the preliminaries, she completely changed my mind. Which is why I really consider the preliminary very, very important, because this could change our opinion towards someone and against someone. And also her swimsuit preliminary was super, super strong, that I was even surprised at how gorgeous she was. Her walk and figure was beautiful. Her evening gown performance was super solid as well. And for some reason, I placed her as my winner in my final prediction. And yes, I predicted France's victory, which is still, to be honest, if I go back to 2016, I'm still wondering. I could not believe that I got it, because it's really unexpected, especially with how the pageant goes, but I'm really glad she won. And during the finals, when she came out with a changed gown, I was really feeling hopeful, and when she was announced as the winner, I can still recall how I screamed, because during the time I was at the school office watching the live telecast, and when she was announced as the winner, I just screamed so much because I'm so happy. As what I've said, when watching pageants, I adore those ladies who are performing very well, but I'm also supporting my prediction. So I'm very happy. That was a great day. So that's it. These are my top 10 ranking of Miss Universe France of the last decade. So who are your favorites, and what's your own ranking? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.